today with myself Thursday, August 9th, 2018. Hope all of you New England sports fans are doing great today, and let's get right into everything I'll be talking about. First of all, the Red Sox did play the Toronto Blue Jays last night. The final score was Boston 10, Toronto 5. Hits in favor of Boston, 12-9. Errors also in favor of Boston, 1-0. So the Red Sox go to 81-34. The Blue Jays go to 51-62. Martinez was 3 for 4 with a double, an RBI, a run, and a walk. Hernandez on the other side was 1 for 4 with a 2-run home run. So the Red Sox did defeat the Blue Jays 10-5. Brian Johnson got the win, so he goes to 3-3. In 7 innings pitched, allowed 6 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts in 98 pitches. Rafael Devers went 2 for 4 with a 2-run home run, his 16th of the year, and a walk. And remember, Men's Warehouse Red Sox first pitch for the Red Sox at Blue Jays is tonight, 6 Eastern time on NESN, and stream it live on the NESN Go app and on NESNGO.com. Tonight's starters for the Red Sox at Blue Jays is Rick Porcello, the righty, taking on Ryan Borucki, the lefty. So Porcello this season is 14-4 with a 3.84 ERA. And Friday versus the New York Yankees got the win. Played a complete game, allowed just a hit, an earned run, 0 walks, and 9 strikeouts. Borucki, on the other hand, this season is 1-2 with a 3.30 ERA. And July 13th at Boston had a no decision in 3 innings pitched, allowed 8 hits, 4 earned runs, 4 walks, and 5 strikeouts. So Red Sox versus Blue Jays coverage does begin today at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Also, the New York Yankees play the Chicago White Sox. The final was New York Yankees 7, Chicago White Sox 3. And so now we'll take a look at the AL East standings. Boston is 81-34. The New York Yankees are 71-42, 9 games behind. Tampa Bay is 57-57, 23.5 games behind. Toronto is 51-62, 29 games behind. And Baltimore, 35-79, 45.5 games behind. So, yeah, also preseason week 1 does begin tonight as the Redskins play at the Patriots. And here are Matt Chatham of NESN, his players to watch. He says tight end Jacob Hollister and running back Jeremy Hill. Also, an NFL referee, Brad Allen, did explain the rule changes yesterday in Foxborough. And so here we go, the Patriots preseason schedule. Here it is. Tonight they play the Redskins, August 16th versus the Eagles, August 24th at the Panthers, and August 30th at the Giants. So Patriots football already back. Here's today's trivia. How many games have the Celtics franchise won on Christmas Day? 11, 13, or 15? We'll answer that later in the show. So what's on the horizon? Here are the NBA key games this season. On October 16th, which is opening night, Philadelphia at Boston and Oklahoma City at the Golden State Warriors. October 18th is the Los Angeles Lakers at Portland. Next, here are NCAA basketball rules changes. Elite high school and college players can hire agents now, but the agents must be certified by the NCAA, and eligible underclassmen can go back to school if undrafted. So some new rules there. Also, here are the overnight sensations. Ronald Acuna Jr. robbed Matt Adams of a home run in the 4th inning, and the Chicago Dogs manager gave away third base after being ejected. We'll be getting into more of that later in the show. So that's everything we are going to talk about on today's show. Plenty to talk about, quite honestly. And let's start off with the Red Sox. They did beat the Blue Jays once again, this time 10-5. And plenty of hits once again. And their offense has been dominant now. So they go to 81-34, which is quite crazy, really. A phenomenal record, which is, let me calculate it, a 704 win percentage. So crazy. They passed the 704 mark for percentage, and Martinez probably doing the best last night. He went 3 for 4 with a double, an RBI, and a run, also a walk in there. So Red Sox continuing their dominant performances, really, and great to see them get the win. And you got to think they'll be looking forward to. They'll be looking for a sweep tonight because what a great way it would be to end the series off on a note like that, especially heading into a series with Baltimore. No offense to Baltimore, but so Red Sox still rolling really, and no signs of slowing down. And despite playing not that good team this series and the next series, it's still great to get the amount of wins they have been getting. And it's been phenomenal. And excited for tonight's matchup and the weekend series. And a lot to look forward to for sure. So the Red Sox defeat the Blue Jays 10-5, as I mentioned, and put up 10 runs once again. So 20 runs over the last 2 nights. Their bats have been absolutely swinging pretty well. They've got plenty of hits, plenty of home runs. They've done it all on offense, really. Even though their defense hasn't been as good. They allowed 7 runs last night. 2 nights ago, and 5 runs last night. Their offense has been the key to winning these games. Well, could have been a whole nother story, really. So the way their offense has been producing after, if you remember coming back from the All-Star break, they were a little rusty to start off, not getting that many runs, but looks like their offense is back in rhythm for sure. And it's great to see. It's great to see how well they've been performing because it's quite phenomenal from this Red Sox team, and we'll see how they roll on the rest of the season. Also, Brian Johnson, he did get the win. He's now 3-3. He pitched 7 innings, allowed 6 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts, and was in for 98 pitches. So, pretty good performance by Brian Johnson. He was really great early on until allowing a 3-run homer in the 7th inning, but for the most part, he was good. He's been a good replacement for Sale, really. Despite allowing 5 runs, a solid performance by him, and with Chris Sale coming back, no worries about that anymore. We'll definitely see Brian Johnson, I think, a little more. I'd have to assume, but he was great for the most part. Once again, until having that 3-run homer. He was dominant, probably his better game than the one the other day versus the Yankees. Good to see Johnson performing well while replacing Chris Sale, because that was definitely a worry from Red Sox fans with Sale out. How would the replacement do? Which was a big question mark. But Brian Johnson living up to the expectation, really. Getting 2 wins with Chris Sale out, and it's great. He's played well. Also, Rafael Devers, he was 2 for 4 with a double and had a 2-run home run. He has 16 on the season now. Also had a walk. So not just Martinez playing absolutely phenomenal last night, but Devers with a great game too. Had a 2-run homer, which was really a huge in that game. And it's good to see Devers back from rehabbing from the injury he had, and he did pretty well the other night in the minors with Lowell Spinners, and back in the Red Sox uniform up in Toronto. Basically picked up from where he left off. A great performance by him, and you can't ask for better for a guy coming back from rehab with a with a hit and the home run. It's phenomenal, and it looks like Rafael Devers, that injury did not affect him whatsoever, that's for sure. So, yes, the Red Sox do play at the Blue Jays tonight in the series closer, and the Red Sox first pitch does begin at 6 Eastern time on NESN. So let's talk about tonight's starters. It is Rick Porcello on the mound against Ryan Borucki. So, really, it must be a nightmare for Toronto because it's pitcher after pitcher who's been playing phenomenal so far. And Rick Porcello has been probably the best in the last couple of games for sure. This season, he is 14-4, has a 3.84 ERA. And of course, Friday versus the New York Yankees had a dominant performance in the win, played the complete game, just allowed a hit and an earned run, 0 walks and 9 strikeouts. So definitely Toronto's hitters facing a tough battle tonight. It will be tough to get hits off of Porcello, and because he's been phenomenal lately, and you don't see anything different tonight. You'll probably not see anything different tonight. You just assume that he's going to go out there with a great performance once again. But we'll see how everything goes. Baruki, on the other hand, for the Blue Jays, he's 1-2. A pretty good ERA, though. A really good ERA, actually. 2.30 ERA. And July 13th at Boston had a no decision. Not a good performance. In 3 innings pitched, he had 8 hits, 4 earned runs, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. So if things go for him as they did his last performance versus the Red Sox, then you definitely think the Red Sox will come out with the win tonight. But anyway, it's definitely an edge for the Red Sox on the pitching side of things. The whole roster really, but on the mound tonight, you definitely give Rick Porcello the edge over Baruki. But who knows? It all depends. It'll come down to who's ready for the game tonight. So Red Sox versus Blue Jays, of course. Coverage begins today at 6 p.m. Eastern time. A lot to look forward to. Moving on to another part of the division, the Yankees did play the White Sox last night. The Yankees did win 7-3 over the White Sox. So the AL East standings, the Boston's 81-34, the Yankees 71-42. So the Red Sox still 9 games ahead. Nothing's changed since that series against the Yankees. I mean, the Yankees are a half game closer, but that's only because the Red Sox had an off day on the day the Yankees played the White Sox and won. So, it'll be hard for the Yankees to catch up for sure if the Red Sox keep performing the way they have. And, it's a lot of the standings looking the same. Other than that looking the same, elsewhere, Tampa Bay, Toronto, and Baltimore, just especially Baltimore, no offense, but they've been even going further back from the Red Sox. Baltimore, believe it or not, 45.5 games back, which is hard to believe, but it is true, and it's crazy, really. So, so AL East standings, it's between the Red Sox and the Yankees, but still that gap is huge for the Yankees to climb back and catch the Red Sox. Anyway, preseason week 1 does start tonight. The Redskins at Patriots is tonight, and a lot to look forward to for Patriots fans for sure. And we'll get a first look at them tonight. But me personally, not a big fan of preseason. We don't see the best players out there. I think it's a 90-man roster at preseason, and they cut about half of them off the roster by the time the regular season starts. But so we'll see a lot of names who won't be out there this season. But I don't even know if I can watch the game here in Kentucky. I can probably figure out a way to watch it, but I don't know if I'll watch it, to be quite honest. I'm waiting for the regular season to start. That's really what I'm waiting for. But preseason always good to get back in the football groove, see what the Patriots look like to start off. And, exciting stuff with preseason week 1 starting tonight. And as I mentioned, Matt Chatham of Nesson, his players to watch are tight end Jacob Hollister and running back Jeremy Hill. Me personally, I don't know much about them, despite being a sports reporter, but definitely if you're going to watch these preseason games, we should definitely keep an eye on those 2 players. A tight end and running back, 2 key positions for the Patriots this season. So we'll see how they do in preseason and see if they make an impact and make the team for this regular season. And we'll see how they do. But definitely, if they're players to watch, we should definitely keep an eye on those 2. That's for sure. Also, an NFL referee, Brad Allen, he did explain rule changes yesterday in Foxborough because there have been a couple of rule changes in the NFL regarding penalties and basically concussions. I'm not exactly sure about all the specifics with the rule changes, but yeah, anyway, I'm not sure exactly all the rule changes, but we'll see how it has an effect on this NFL season. It will be interesting to see, but yeah, so yes, he explained all the rule changes in Foxborough yesterday. So yeah, so players will need to know the different rule changes. Coaches will, even us fans, we need to know heading into the season. But yeah, we'll see. So the Patriots preseason schedule looks like this. They play tonight versus the Redskins, August 16th in a Super Bowl rematch versus the Eagles, and then August 24th at the Panthers, and August 30th at the Giants. So yeah, so some good games there. That will get them in the groove for the regular season. Basically, the whole month of August will be preseason, and then September will be when the regular season starts. Exciting football season, less than a month away, really. And yeah, I think actually 4 weeks from today will be the opening game. So a lot to look forward to, that's for sure. Also, the NBA key games came out for this season. I'll review them again. October 16th will be opening night. Philadelphia will play at Boston, and Oklahoma City will play at the Golden State Warriors. On October 18th, the Los Angeles Lakers will play at Portland, which will be LeBron's debut, of course. And Christmas Day, Philadelphia will play at Boston again, and the Los Angeles Lakers will play at the Golden State Warriors. So some great matchups there, trying to renew that Philadelphia-Boston rivalry, the first game of the NBA season. That'll be fun to watch. And Oklahoma City and Golden State on that same night. Of course, that'll be fun with Golden State, of course, getting their rings and putting up the banner again that night. But yeah, so, and then October 18th will be the night to see LeBron's debut, of course. A little surprising that that the NBA didn't schedule him to play his debut on opening night, and not even in LA either. It will be at Portland. But yeah, a lot of people will be watching that for LeBron's debut with the Lakers. And of course, Christmas Day, Philadelphia will play at Boston again. So you got to think that'll be a big, they're trying to get that rivalry back, which we saw in the playoffs last year. Of course, Celtics winning. And of course, Los Angeles Lakers at Golden State Warriors. What a great game that will be with LeBron versus Steph Curry, KD, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. It'll be fun to watch. Now a battle in the West there. So yeah, great Christmas Day games, great opening night games, and yeah, it'll be fun. I'm excited for this NBA season for sure. Also, NCAA basketball have made rule changes. Elite high school and college players can hire agents, which is very interesting, but we'll see how that works out. Of course, the agents must be certified by the NCAA. And eligible underclassmen can go back to school if undrafted, which will be a huge change, really. I'm thinking now that rule is in place that more people will be going to the draft, even if they think they might not make it, because you can always go back to college now with this rule in place. But yeah, some new rules from the NCAA basketball will be something to keep an eye on this season. Also, let's answer today's trivia. The question was, how many games have the Celtics franchise won on Christmas Day? 11, 13, or 15? The answer is 13 games won on Christmas Day. Impressive, really, by the Celtics. That's a lot of games to win on Christmas Day. But yeah, they've featured in them quite a bit now. And also, the overnight sensations, Ronald Acuna Jr. really did rob Matt Adams, a phenomenal catch. It would have been a home run in the fourth inning. And also, a Chicago Dogs manager gave away third base after being ejected. He took it out of the ground and gave it to a fan after getting ejected. And yeah, a lot of craziness going on in minor league baseball. Anyway, make sure you watch the Red Sox tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time on NESN. And also, if you want to tune in to Patriots preseason versus the Redskins at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Time, For those of you in New England, you can watch it on CBS, I believe it will be. Not sure. I'm out of New England, so I'm not sure. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow. We'll have plenty to talk about heading into the weekend. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Thanks.